In this lecture, we are going to solve a problem on calculation of deflection for CST element. So before going to the problem, these are all the formulas to be used in the CST element. So first is the formula for stiffness matrix. So K is equal to B transverse dBA into T. So this is the formula for stiffness matrix. So here B is the strain displacement matrix. So when you consider a CST element, so this is one element and it has three nodes 1, 2 and 3. The coordinates are x1, y1, then x2, y2 and x3, y3. So here B is the strain displacement matrix and this is the equation for B. So here I have used beta and gamma. Also you can use Q and R. So either you can use alpha, beta, gamma or otherwise you can use P, Q, R. So here the equation is 1 by 2A, B1 0, beta 2 0, beta 3 0, then 0, gamma 1, 0, gamma 2, 0, gamma 3. Then here you can write this here gamma 1, beta 1, then gamma 2, beta 2, gamma 3 and beta 3. Okay. So here beta 1 is equal to y2 minus y3, beta 2 is y3 minus y1, beta 3 is y1 minus y2. So you can see that here it is 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 1, 3, 1, 2. Okay. So here 2, 3, 1 and 3, 1, 2. So similarly, if you take the gamma equation, gamma is equal to x3 minus x2, then gamma 2 is x1 minus x3, then x3 gamma 2 is gamma 3 is equal to x2 minus x1. So here it is 3 minus 2 and you can repeat the same. So here it is x1 minus x3. So here it is y3 minus y1, here x1 minus x3. So here it is 1 minus 2, here it is 2 minus 1. And here it is 2 minus 3, so it is 3 minus 2. So only thing you have to remember this equation. Then you can write 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 1, 3, 1, 2. Then for gamma, then just repeat the equation. It is 3 minus 2. Then if it is 3 minus 1, it is 1 minus 3. If it is 1 minus 2, then it is 2 minus 1. Okay. So this is how you have to remember the B equation. Then the D is stress strain relationship matrix. And we have two conditions for stress strain relationship matrix. One is for plane stress condition and the another one is for plane strain. In the problem, mostly they will specify the condition or otherwise you can assume the condition and you can select the D equation. Okay, so this is the D equation for plane strain and this is the equation for, this is for plane stress and this is for plane strain. So here E is the Young's modulus of the material and mu is the Poisson ratio. Then again it is B, then A is the area of the element. So we know the area for a triangular element is 1 by 2, 1 x1 y1, 1 x2 y2 and 1 x3 y3 and finally the T is the thickness. Okay, so you have to calculate the B individually, D individually, A and T, then finally you have to multiply all the terms. So first you have to multiply D and B, then further you have to multiply the B transverse with the D and B. So here the D matrix will be 3 cross 3, the B matrix will be 3 cross 6. So you will get 3 cross 6. Then if you multiply the B transverse with this, so B transverse will be in 6 cross 3. Okay, since it is transverse. So finally you will get 6 cross 6 matrix because you have 6 degrees of freedom. At each node we have 2 degrees of freedom. So finally we will get a stiffness matrix size of 6 cross 6. Okay. So these are all the formulas. Now we'll move into the problem. The first problem is for the plane stress element shown in figure, calculate the deflection at the point of load application. So this is the given plane stress element. So in the problem they have specified the element as plane stress element. So this is the CST element. So I can number it. This is node number 1, node number 2 and node number 3. And at node number 1 the coordinates are, I am going to consider it as 0, 0. And at node 2, the coordinates are in x it is 30 and in y it is 20. So 30, 20. And at node 3, the coordinates are in x it is 0 and y is 20. So right side is positive and upwards is positive. Then at node 1, we'll have two displacements. One is u1, v1. Then at node 2, we'll have u2, v2. Similarly, at node 3, we will have u3 and v3. Similarly, the force is at node 1, it is F1 x and F1 y. At node 2, it is F2 x and it is F2 y. Similarly, at node 3, it is F3 x and here it is F3 y. Okay, fine. So first we'll start from the calculation of stiffness matrix. The equation is K is equal to B transverse dB into A into T. So first I am going to calculate the strain displacement matrix, that is B matrix. So here I have written the equation. So here B1 is equal to Y2 minus Y3. As I told you earlier, it is 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 1, 3, 1, 2. Okay. I know the value for Y1, Y2, Y3. I can calculate the values of beta 1, beta 2 and beta 3. So the X1, Y1 is 0, 0. X2, Y2 is 30, 20. X3, Y3 is 0, 20. Similarly for gamma also, it is if beta 1 is 2, 3, then here it is 3, 2. 3, 1, so it is 1, 3 and here it is 1, 2, so it is 2, 1. So now I have calculated beta 1, beta 2, beta 3. Similarly gamma 1, gamma 2, gamma 3. Now coming to the area equation. The equation for area is 1 by 2, 1 x1 y1, 1 x2 y2, 1 x3 y3. So if I calculate the determinant, then I will get 300 mm square. Then I can substitute everything in this equation and so I will get 1 by 600 into the 6 cross 3 matrix. Okay, fine. So here I have simplified it. I have taken the 10 outside and I have removed this 0. So it is 1 by 60 into the matrix. So this is the B matrix. But in the equation, I'm going to substitute the B matrix as well as the B transverse matrix. So let me calculate the B transverse. So B transverse, we know how to calculate the transverse. So I have converted the first row into the first column, second row into the second column and third row into the third column. Now I have calculated the B transverse. Then the second matrix is D matrix. Okay. So in the problem, they have specified that it is a plane stress element. Okay. So the equation for D is E by 1 minus mu square 1 mu 0 mu 1 0 0 0 1 minus mu divided by 2. So you have to remember the B matrix equation, A equation and D matrix equation. Now I have substituted the values. So E, it is actually given in gigapascal. So I can convert it into Newton per mm square because all the units are in Newton per mm square. So it is 70 into 10 power 3 Newton per mm square because megapascal is equal to Newton per mm square. Now I can substitute it. It is 70 into 10 power 3 divided by 1 minus mu is given as 0.3. Then the matrix is 1, 0.3, 0, 0.3, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1 minus 0.3 divided by 2. So if you simplify this matrix, then you will get 7 into 10 power 5 divided by 91 into 10, 3, 0, 3, 10, 0, 0, 0, 3.5. Or otherwise you can keep the same matrix as it is. So here I have simplified it. You don't need to simplify that. If you want, you can keep the matrix as it is. Now I have calculated the B transverse, D, B and the area. The thickness is given in the problem. If you see the image, the thickness is given as 10 mm. So now I can substitute everything. So I cannot directly multiply the three matrices. So first what I am going to do is I am going to multiply the D and B alone. So the D matrix I have written and the B matrix I have written. So the D matrix size is 3 cross 3 and the B matrix size is 3 cross 6. So there is a simple method to multiply these two matrices. So I can use the calculator. So let me consider this as matrix A and I am going to split this matrix into 2. So this 3 cross 3 is considered as B matrix and the next 3 cross 3 is considered as C matrix. So now I can multiply the A and B and write it here. So this is A and B. Then further I can multiply A and C. So we know how to multiply the matrix by using calculator. Then so I have multiplied A and B. So A will be in 3 cross 3, B will be in 3 cross 3. So A and B will be in 3 cross 3. So this is actually the multiplication of A and B. Then now we can multiply A and C. This is A, B and C. Now I can multiply A and C. So this is the multiplication of A and C. So this is how we can multiply this equation by using our calculator. Okay. So this is the DB. Okay. So now I'm going to multiply the B transverse DB because I have already calculated the DB value. So the values outside the matrix I have multiplied it here. It is 128.2. Now I have written the value of B transverse into D, then the DB calculated in the previous step, and the area is 300 and the thickness is 10. Now here also I can use the calculator. So this is of 6 cross 3 and this is of 3 cross 6. So I am going to split this into 2 matrix and this into another 2 matrix. So let me name it as A, B, C and D. So this is my A matrix, B matrix, C matrix and D matrix. So now your final matrix size will be 6 cross 6. So this will be your final matrix. So multiply A and C and write it here. Then multiply A and D and write it here. A into D. Then multiply B and C and write it here. B into C. Then multiply B and D and write it here. So multiply this 3 cross 3 with the first one. Then this 3 cross 3 with the second one. Similarly the second with the first and second with the second. So I will get the 6 cross 6 matrix by using the calculator. So actually if you look into this, then I can split this like this. So this is actually my A cross C, then this is B cross C, this is A cross D and this is my B cross D. So this is the simple method to calculate the stiffness matrix. Okay, fine. So now I have calculated the stiffness matrix. I can substitute in the general FEA equation, that is K into U is equal to F. So this is my K matrix, and U, we know that since we have 3 degrees of freedom, the displacements are U1, V1, U2, V2 and U3, V3. Similarly, the force vector is F1x, F1y, F2x, F2y, F3x and F3y. Okay, fine. So now the next step is applying the boundary condition. Okay, fine. So this is the given drawing and these are all the nodal displacements. Fine. So first we'll look into the displacement. At node 1, it is fixed. So fixed means U1 is equal to V1 is equal to 0 since it is fixed here. And at node 3, it is fixed. So U3 is equal to V3 is equal to 0. So at node 2 you will have the displacement. So this is the deflection. Now coming to the forces, at node 2 it is subjected to 2 force. In the x direction it is subjected to a positive force because this is F2x and this is F2y. So at node 2 F2x is positive. So F2x is equal to 500 Newton. Then F2y, it is acting in the opposite direction, downward direction. So F2y is equal to minus 1000 Newton. So at node 1 and node 3 it is fixed. So U1 V1 and U3 V3 is equal to 0. At node it is subjected to 2 forces. F2x is 500 Newton and F2y is minus 1000 Newton since it is acting in the downward direction. So now we can apply the boundary condition. Since U1 V1 is 0, the first row of the matrix is 0 because U1 is 0. Then V1 is 0, the second row and the second column will be 0. Then U3 is 0, so U3 here, so it is the fifth row and the fifth column is 0. Similarly, V3 is also 0, so the sixth row and the sixth column is 0. So we have a 2 cross 2 matrix, so I can write it. So it is 6410 into the 2 cross 2 matrix with U2, V2 and 500 into minus 1000 because the remaining force values are 0. So here it is 0, 0, F2x is 500 and here it is minus 1000, 0 and 0. Okay, so this is my final matrix after applying the boundary condition. So now I can solve this 2 cross 2 matrix using calculator and I can find the solution. So U2 is equal to 1.95 into 10 power minus 3 mm and V2 is equal to minus 11.1 into 10 power minus 3 mm because V2 the load is acting in the opposite direction. Okay, so first step is calculation of stiffness matrix. To calculate the stiffness matrix, I have this equation, that is B transverse dBA into T. So first I have to calculate the B matrix. So this is the equation for B matrix. So just remember the equation along with the beta values and gamma values, then the A. So after calculating all this, substitute here to find the B matrix. Then calculate the D matrix. Since it is plane stress, I have calculated the D matrix. Then first multiply the D and B alone. Okay, so you will get a 6 cross 6, 3 cross 3, 6 matrix. So use calculator to multiply this. Okay, so it's very simple to multiply the matrix with a calculator. So use calculator. Then P transverse dB. So multiply these two matrix using calculator and calculate the stiffness matrix. So after calculating the element stiffness matrix, then write the boundary condition, then apply the boundary condition to find the deflection. Okay, so the problem procedure is very simple. Only you have to manage the time. Okay, fine. So this is the tutorial problem. Calculate the nodal displacements for the plane stress element shown in figure. So the E is given, Poisson ratio is given and the thickness is given. So this is the given CST element. Okay, so we can number it like this. It is 1, 2 and 3. So this is x1, y1, x2, y2 and x3, y3. So the deflections are u1, b1, u2, b2 and here it is u3, v3. The forces are F1x, F1y, here it is F2x, F2y and at that node it is F3x and F3y. So the boundary conditions are at node 2 it is fixed. So u1 is equal to v1 is equal to u2 is equal to v2 is equal to 0 and F3 is acting in the opposite direction. So F3 is equal to minus 15 Newton. So you will have the displacement values at u3 and v3.